Guys, I've been looking at these sales numbers all day, and I'm still thinking to myself, is this real? I mean, this has happened a lot faster than I thought it would. Legacy automakers, they have lost so much market share over the past 12 months in China that it's the sort of thing where you think it'll be gradual, but it's not really. I mean, look at what just happened in May. It's crazy. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. This disruption that's going on in China, it's incredible. And what's really surprising here, guys, is yes, we know BYD is the biggest car maker now in China by far. It's past Volkswagen, well and truly. But the thing is, Volkswagen's about to lose second place. It's lost first place already. It's been relegated to second, but literally about less than 1% behind the Volkswagen Group is Geely. And this has been quite a shock because Geely have just increased their sales by 40% in China. Guess whose sales have just gone down this year? Volkswagen, Toyota, Nissan, all those legacy automakers, their sales they're shrinking quickly in China. And I mean, look at these numbers here. I'm just thinking, wow, how long will it be before potentially Toyota just leaves China completely? Volkswagen Group. I mean, they can't leave China. That's their number one auto market worldwide. But their sales there are shrinking, even in spite of the fact that they're spending tens of billions. I mean, they're investing many, many billions of dollars. As you know, Volkswagen Group probably hate me for telling you this stuff. But Volkswagen's most important car market in the world is China. They make more profit there than they do in Europe. You can see why the group don't want China to retaliate against these taxes in Europe. But I think Volkswagen should just give up. I mean, yeah, make EVs in China, but not for China necessarily, because I don't think the Chinese really want them. Anyhow, let's have a look at the numbers, guys. Let's have a quick look here at May. Okay, the month of May, BYD was by far the biggest automaker in China. 268,230 sales in May for BYD in China. That's growth of 21.5% versus last year, and it gives them 15.7% market share. FAW Volkswagen. So Volkswagen's 50-50 joint venture partnership, 124,000 sales. So you can see here BYD sold more than twice as many cars versus that partnership there between Volkswagen and FAW. And the sales of those Volkswagen vehicles went down by 17.5%. However, Geely rose to be literally less than 300 cars behind Volkswagen. Geely's rise is staggering here, guys, 31.6%. The big story, though, is that Geely's EVs are selling extremely well. And one of the key reasons, I mean, guys, who else is putting CATL's new batteries in their cars with 550 kilowatt charging? Different versions of CATL's new batteries, right? Shenzhen battery, Tiering battery. Who's putting them in their cars? It's Geely. It's Zeekr. Anyhow, Geely rising 31.6% there. Obviously, they're probably already, by the time you're watching this video, they probably have already overtaken Volkswagen. Now, here's the thing though. Another car company, Chang'an, they've also risen as well. Now, their sales are down 12.7% in May, but this year in total, you'll see a different story. Chery is insane. Like their rise this year is ballistic. Chery, they sell, obviously their EVs are selling extremely well. They sold 88,000 vehicles, number 5 in China. They rose by 59.3% at the cost of who? Well, the other Volkswagen brand here, Shanghai Volkswagen, that's Volkswagen's other 50-50 joint venture, that's down 12% as well. Toyota is down 10.2%, but that's a good month for Toyota. This year, Toyota are down more than 15% in China. And guess what? They were down more than that last year in China. So, I mean, look at their sales. GAC Toyota. That's a 50-50 joint venture. So those sales, you've got to really halve them to really give you a good picture of what Toyota's actually doing there, because half that company isn't owned by Toyota. Anyhow, they only sold 69,600 cars in May. Look at BYD, 268,000. Toyota, 69,000. How long before Toyota is, and just like, well, we're going to give up on this? I mean, really, even then, Toyota's EVs are not even made by Toyota. They're pretty much BYD vehicles anyway. Dongfeng Nissan. Dongfeng Nissan used to be the biggest automaker in China, or at least the Nissan Sylphy was the most popular car in China for years. Well, look how far they've fallen. Down even more this year to 61,000. They're down in 8th place. BMW Brilliance, they've dropped to 3.2%. And then look at Tesla. Tesla have had a bit of a resurgence here, guys, up 30%. So, looking at it, these sales for the whole year, that's probably more relevant, right? The last 5 months, BYD, like I said, miles ahead, 1.1 million sales, up 20% versus last year. Yeah, for 13.7% market share of the entire Chinese car market. 13.7%. That's crazy. FAW Volkswagen, their sales are down 3.3% for the entire year to 638,000. But Geely, like I said, right behind with 628,000 sales, and their sales have grown by 40%. Chang'an's up 9.7%. Shanghai Volkswagen, their sales have also declined. Now, only by 1.4%, but when you consider the fact that all these legacy automakers' car sales went down, they shrank, all of them shrank last year, that means down by 1.4% is down on bad. So that's basically what that means. Chery, look at Chery, this is crazy. Up 75.7%. Now, what is driving Chery car sales? Plug-in hybrids and EVs, that's what it is. Toyota, the worst of the legacy car manufacturers in China this year. That's the worst of all of them. Down 15% this year for every month, January through to May. Next, Dongfeng Nissan. Now they're down 0%, so they've just been flat, but they had a terrible year last year. They were down about 30% last year, so they're still in the bad range. No improvement there at all. BMW Brilliance down 4%. As you can see, no Mercedes here in this list, no Audi. Next, SAIC GM Wuling. Now, it's not really relevant that's a tri-venture. Let's not get into that. It's pointless. So here you can see, guys, the really bad news is if you're looking at those sales numbers thinking, well, that's pretty bad for specifically Toyota, it's actually a lot worse than you think, because if you actually have a look at the new energy vehicle sales, which they are rising at an insane pace. Now, in the month of May, 47% of all cars, I think 47.5%, were plug-in hybrids or fully electric cars. So you think to yourself, right, that's the future. If all cars are going to be plug-in hybrids or fully electric, and they will be within a couple of years in China, then the brands that are selling those cars are the ones who will succeed, right? And in first place, of course, is BYD, 268,000. Second, Geely, rise of 148%, insane, 56,000. Third, Tesla, increase of 30%, 55,000. Chang'an was next with a staggering rise of 100.3%, 48,800. SAIC GM Wuling up 17%, 42,500. Primarily selling those micro EVs like the Wuling Hongwan Mini EV. GAC Aeon. Aeon, well, yeah, I mean, their sales last year were insane, but they've sold 37,000. Now, by the way, guys, this is for the month of May, these numbers here. Month of May. So far this year, Aeon sales have actually been very, very good. The EVs are selling quite well. But in May, Aeon was down 17%. Li Auto up 23.8%. Series up 491%. Now, they're obviously a new automaker in China. Well, they've been around for just over a year. Chery up 300%. Great Wall up 3.8%. So this is a list of the biggest players in the market in China, plug-in hybrids and EVs. And none of these are legacy automakers. None of them. I mean, if you want to count General Motors as being part of a tri-venture selling micro cars, yeah, I guess you could count that. But I don't, personally. And so this, in my opinion, this is the future of the Chinese auto market. And it doesn't include any legacy automakers in any meaningful way. Thanks for watching.